guys, Henry Kaminski here, the brand doctor, with another video for you guys to help you build a profitable and reputable personal brand. Today, we're going to be talking about brand archetypes. But before we get started, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button right now. We come out with 3 or 4 videos every week, fresh, original, that are going to help you tremendously build that brand of your dreams that you're super proud of. So hit that subscribe button right now and make sure you hit the little bell notification too, so you know exactly when these videos publish. Okay, so let's get into today's topic of conversation, and it is all about brand archetype. So what is a brand archetype and why is it so important? Well, a brand archetype is simply this. It is your brand's personality. So let me ask you a question real quick. Are you attracted to people that have similar personalities to you or not? Okay, let me ask you that question, right? 9 times out of 10, we are going to be more attracted to people that are similar or familiar to us. Okay, so if your brand doesn't have a personality, right? So it doesn't know who it is or what it stands for, then how do you expect your audience to connect with it? So I found an amazing layout from our friends Iconic Fox. Really awesome layout of brand archetypes that I'm going to walk you through right now, to give you that look of what exactly your brand archetype should be, okay? And what are the brand archetypes of your customers, okay? So here's this flywheel or the spin wheel, right? You have the outlaw, you have the magician, you have the hero, the lover, the jester, the everyman, the caregiver, the ruler, the creator, the innocent, the sage, and the explorer, right? And they all stand for different things. So outlaws, liberation; magicians, power; heroes, mastery. And in that top quarter, those folks want to leave a legacy, okay? And then you have the everyman, jester, and lover, who wants to pursue connection. They have a sense of belonging, enjoyment, and intimacy. And then to the left, we have the creator, the ruler, the caregiver, and they're focused on service, control, and innovation. And they want to provide structure in their lives and in their businesses. And then on the top left, we have the innocent, the sage, and the explorer. So safety, understanding, and freedom. And they want to explore spirituality. Okay, so let's break down each one. And I'm going to give you a sort of step-by-step guide on how to sort of categorize your brand so that you start to do more of this to connect with your audience that has a similar personality, okay? So let's start with the jester, right? The jester wants to evoke pleasure, and their quote of the day, if you will, is, "If I can't dance, I'm not part of it." So the brand voice that the jester wants to portray is fun-loving, playful, optimistic. And then the brand message would be something like, "We're here for a short time, not for a long time. Let your hair down and start living life." So here's some examples of some jester brands. So M&M's Candy, Old Spice, the Dollar Shave Club, okay? So the next archetype is the magician, and they're focused around power. And their quote of the day would be, "It can happen." So their brand voice would be mystical, informed, reassuring. And their message is, "Tomorrow is brighter than today, and all of your dreams can come true if you believe." So here are some magician brands: Coca-Cola, Disney, Dyson Vacuum. So these are all magician brands. So what I want you to be thinking about is, what type of personality does your brand represent the most? And what we're going to do is once we start to define what our personality truly is, what our brand archetype really is, then our messaging can get way clearer. So, if you're putting out a blog post or if you're putting out an Instagram message and it's not, and you're a magician, right? And it's not mystical, informing, or reassuring, chances are you're not going to post that, right? So this is going to give you some structure, okay? So here's the hero, and their focus is mastery. Where there's a will, there's a way. Their brand voice is honest, candid, brave, and their messaging revolves around, we can make the world better. We have the grit and determination to outwork the rest. And look at some hero brands right here: Adidas, Nike, FedEx. Awesome stuff here. Okay. Then we have the lover, right? And they're focused on intimacy. I only have eyes for you, right? So their brand voice is sensual, empathetic, and soothing. And their brand messaging revolves around, your striking beauty is impossible to ignore. So look at the lover brands here. So we have Victoria's Secret, Chanel, Alfa Romeo, the car company. So very, very important here to focus on the type of personality that your brand is, because if that personality cannot connect with your ideal audience, or your ideal audience does not have that same archetype or personality in themselves, they're not gonna mesh well with your business. Okay, so this is why it's very important to understand who your audience is. So let's look at the Outlaw for a second here, right? So their big focus is revolution. Rules are made to be broken. How many of you out there can't stand rules and you want to break every single one that you come across? Right? So your brand voice is disruptive, rebellious, combative, right? And your messaging would be revolving around, you don't have to settle for the status quo. First, demand more. Second, go out and get it. And look at the Outlaw brands. Does that surprise you? Diesel clothing, Harley Davidson motorcycles, Virgin, right? Branson is a phenomenal outlaw in a sense, when it comes to going against the grain and making it happen regardless, right? Here's the Everyman, right? So they have a sense of belonging. So their quote of the day may be, you're just like me and I'm just like you. So the brand voice here would be friendly, humble, authentic. And their messaging would be revolving around, when we treat each other with honesty and friendliness, we can live together in harmony. So look at the Everyman brands, right? Target, Lynx, IKEA. So let me pause here for a second and just help you understand that you don't have to be one archetype, right? Because as human beings, our personalities are very dynamic, right? So you can have slices of different types of archetypes. But I will tell you this, if you lean more, or the majority of your archetype is one specifically, that's really going to help you become that polarizing figure, that person or that brand that really stands for that one big idea. And I push my clients to really focus in on one, right? But you can have different characteristics, right? Because our personalities aren't so black and white. But just make sure that you favor one specifically, and that's going to really help you get focused on your messaging and how you come to market. Okay, so let's look at the caregiver here as we round the corner, start to wrap up here. So the caregiver is all about service. Love your neighbor as yourself. So their brand voice is caring, warm, reassuring. And their brand message would be, everyone deserves care and we must all strive to bestow service upon one another. Look at some of the caregiver brands here: UNICEF, the WWF, Tom's Shoes, right? Very, very spot on when it comes to the caregiver archetype and those types of brands, right? Now look at the ruler. They're all about control. Power isn't everything. It's the only thing. Okay. So their voice is very commanding and refined and articulate. And their messaging is, you are successful in work and in life. Reward your excellence and your achievement. So does this surprise you what ruler brands are? What the types of ruler brands? Mercedes, Rolex, Louis Vuitton. phenomenal examples here of ruler brands. All right, let's look at the creator. They're all about innovation. If it could be imagined, it could be created. So their brand voice is all around inspirational, daring, provocative. Look at their messaging. See potential everywhere and uncover originality with liberated imagination. Does this surprise you guys? Apple, Adobe, the Lego brand, right? Very great examples of creator archetypes, right? We only got a couple more, so hang with me. Look at the innocent. They're all about safety. Life is simple and simplicity is elegant. Brand voice, optimistic, honest, humble. The most wholesome things in life are unadulterated and pure. Does that surprise you? You know, as a brand message for the innocent archetype, right? That's spot on. Innocent brands. Look, Aveeno, Dove, innocent. Perfect examples here, right? Second to last, the explorer. They're all about freedom. Don't fence me in or I'm coming out, right? The brand voice, exciting, fearless, daring, right? You only get one life. Get out and make it count, right? And look at some of the Explorer brand examples here. Jeep, Patagonia, the North Face. So you see where I'm going here? When you start to really dial in your brand's personality, you really start to define who you are and who it is, right? When it comes to your brand. That's really going to help you connect with your audience, because without an audience, guys, we don't have a business, right? We don't have a business. So last but not least, the sage, right? They're all about understanding. The truth will set you free. So their brand voice is all about being knowledgeable, assured, and guiding. And their messaging revolves around education is the path to wisdom. And wisdom is where the answers lie. So look at some of the sage brands here. Google, BBC, University of Oxford, right? So there you have it, guys. Those are the 12 different archetypes when it comes to branding, right? And this isn't new stuff, guys. This isn't something that's modern. This has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. But we're so focused on the shiny objects, right? And we're not paying attention to the fundamentals. Listen, if our brand personality isn't aligning with the personalities of our audience, we're not going to convert visitors into customers. We're not going to grow our fan base. We're not going to be able to monetize the way we want to. So very, very important here to understand what your brand archetype is. So let me ask you a question, guys. After seeing this video, what is the strongest archetype that best represents your business? I want to hear in the comments below. If you have any questions as well, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to take this conversation deeper with you guys, because at the end of the day, I want to see you guys win. Here's the next video I want you to go check out immediately to really help you start to build that brand that you are truly proud to promote. So have an amazing day, guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care.